Hi, I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV, and this is brief number 16. I told you about Tune Buckle a few briefs back, but what if you're not wearing pants? Where do you put your iPod then? That's what I love about human ingenuity. Have a problem? Someone will develop a solution. It's no longer a question of boxers or briefs because now you can shake your booty in some iBoxers. iBoxer underwear is 93% cotton and 7% spandex and adds an iPod-sized pocket to the hip. There's a version for girls and a version for boys, and they come in several different colors. Now the question is, do I demo a pair of these on the show, or would that diminish my journalistic credibility? No, you didn't.
My bag's taking my bras too tight, my hips are shaking from left to right, my Africa, my saxophone, let's get it on, right on, right on.
Newsvine is an online news service that I've been using for the last several months. It's now live for everyone, and here's what they have to offer. Say you're a newsie and you've always wanted your own column. With Newsvine, you can do that. It's a bit more formal than blogging, though. Newsvine is planning a revenue sharing arrangement so that your column, should it become popular, could also become profitable for you. The service includes a dig.com-like feature, so the best stuff rises to the top because readers say it should. Stories are submitted in Newsvine terms seeded by users. In addition to citizen journalism, the site also includes stories from the AP Newswire. The coolest thing about Newsvine, though, is its group of users, and I hope we're able to maintain this. There are conservatives, liberals, libertarians, all actively participating on the site, and it seems to be the one place on the internet where people are coming together to have discussions. Of course, there are disagreements all the time, but the participants strive to follow the site's code of honor. So far, we're doing a good job maintaining civility. Maybe there's hope. Unless it affects tech, I've declared the brief a politics-free zone. Senator Ron Wyden from Oregon has introduced a bill that will circumvent efforts by phone and cable companies that seek to extort higher rates from internet content providers who use their networks. If you don't know about this, companies like AT&T and Comcast... Wasn't AT&T's cable business purchased by Comcast and now AT&T has purchased SBC? This is all going around and around, and it makes me hope that Google buying up all the dark fiber means some future internet built on that whole not being evil principle. Anyway, broadband companies want more money from content providers because they don't think you're paying them enough for your high-speed connection. They want money from you and they want money from me so you can enjoy your favorite content from Google to GeekBrief. Broadband execs are forgetting that without the content, what's the point of broadband? Senator Wyden's Internet Non-Discrimination Act limits the ability of the telecommunications industry to extort money from content companies. Government intervention isn't ideal because these companies built the infrastructure and have a right to profit from it. But I would rather see some creative people get together and build a competitive alternative. Let's get to work on that. BlackBerry users, you can all breathe a sigh of relief. The BlackBerry parent company, Research in Motion, has paid a patent holder $612.5 million in a full and final settlement of all claims. In robot news, I love saying that, Fido is a new kind of luggage that combines robotic navigation technology with a good old-fashioned suitcase. The case hones in to a wristband worn by you, and it follows you wherever you go. It runs on rechargeable batteries, but if you don't have time to plug into an electrical outlet, you can pull it by its leash and generate a charge by way of its moving wheels. If you lose it, it has GPS. The photos we found of Fido are the conceptual designs of Peter Yaden of the Rhode Island School of Design. So, conceptual designs, this isn't a real product.
No, it's a concept.
So, if we're doing conceptual news, then we could just say anything. I mean, I built a robot that can wash and dry your clothes and fold them for you. Great idea, but...
That's a good point, but, everybody was reporting this as though it were an actual product.
Okay.
It's like, some guy had an idea in Rhode Island.
Woo! Woohoo! Yay, Peter Yaden! So, okay. Has anybody noticed I keep going back and forth? Sometimes I do what amounts to some real tech news, and sometimes the show's just me dancing with an eyefish. Man, I love podcasting. You never know what to expect. By the way, Geek Brief made it into the top 100 in iTunes and is now in the top 20 at Podcast Alley. That happens when y'all subscribe in iTunes at the same time and vote once each month at Podcast Alley. And I want to thank you for that. As a podcaster, your feedback means more to me than you can ever know. I'm Callie Lewis, your fearless leader.
My bag's taking my bras too tight, my hips are shaking from left to right, my Africa, my saxophone, let's get it on, right on, right on.
Another Pod Show video podcast. Stick it on your screen.